feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel.
Test, 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 test. Sweet. Okay. Boom. There I am. Okay. Oh yeah. Hey, can you? I forgot to turn off this fan. Yeah. Just. One sec. Okay. All right. Here we are. Sweet. A little bit bright, but that's okay. Quick adjust.
Hey, hey. Happy day.
Welcome in. As you can see, Ant's got a microphone. And yeah. Let's see. There she is.
Hey.
That looks pretty good.
Hey,
not bad.
happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you, and happy Valentine's to everybody. There we go. I wasn't sure if we would get much of a crowd here. I don't know if we have much of a crowd. I don't look at the numbers. I don't see who's here and who's not here. That's why I like it when you chime in, because I don't really know who's here. Totally cool if you want to not chime in. You like to be anonymous or whatever. A couple of people have started. Oh, Jennifer's here. I haven't really said who's here yet. Stuart's always nice to have you here. Lindsay's here.
Hey.
Jen's here. Carla's here. Hey, Carla. Lauren's here. Lauren, I really appreciate it. Shelly. Jackie. Amanda. You've been showing up a little bit more, Amanda. That's awesome. And it's nice to have you here. Let's see. And Carla. Okay, I think I got everybody. Anyway, happy Valentine's to you.
Happy hearts. Happy hearts. It's all about happy hearts.
Okay. I've been really trying to stay on track with class, so I've brought in these new timers. So I want to stay on track and kind of maybe let's try to hit it at 4 minutes. Hopefully I can do this. First of all, if you've been watching the stream and you would like to participate in future Zoom classes, I need to get an email from you somehow. And you can write me an email at baxter@hooppath.com. You can send it to me on social media, and I'm going to try to collect names, and I'll send invitations out to the next one so we can avoid as many trolls. And then if you're watching this, or after that point, I'm going to charge $10 like a lifetime membership to Zoom classes. I'm willing to do them maybe once or twice a month now, and because I know you guys like them and you like me to be able to see your come. So, but last time, on my birthday, it turned into kind of a shit show. So, we're going to try to keep the trolls out this time. Hopefully, I don't know, Anna, are you about to say something?
Bax is appearing naked tonight without the headband.
Without the what?
Headband.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am. Oh my gosh. My
Because it's a
costume
night of vulnerability.
Let me
And
get my
all
costume
right.
on. Okay, now I knew something was missing. Okay, all right, now we have a minute. So tonight, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. If you are in a partnership, this class is not anti-partners at all, and I'm happy for you. I'm lucky enough to have been in partnerships on Valentine's Day where they've gone great and they've gone bad and whatever. I think no matter how cynical you are about the origins of the holiday or about the holiday itself or whatever, it is hard because if you grew up American, it's just been so institutionalized that one day a year we think about our love life, basically, and our partnership, or at least just our romance. And so that day, because it comes every year, can hit us in different times. And sometimes it's maybe a whatever feeling, and then sometimes it can be a real sad feeling. So wherever you are on that spectrum of sadness or happiness or goodness, if you're happy in your solitude and all of that sort of thing, if you're like me, you can go through like 4 or 5 of those feelings in one day, right? And you can go from like happy that you get to steer. But sometimes this day falls on a period where you're single. And when you're single, it can hit even more differently because, because of all the vulnerabilities that come with being single and of being on your own, of realizing that if you start to fall backwards, there's not somebody immediately there to sort of prop you up. And so tonight we're going to talk about we're going to try to get into a place of feeling good in solitude about being single, rather than attacking being in a partnership. So that's the spirit of this class. The flow of this class tonight is going to be one song, one technique, and then that's kind of like a sort of 50-50 kind of flow class, so I won't be talking that much. All right, damn it, it's hard to get this under 5 minutes.
Aww. You tried.
I tried. I really did. Okay, let's sway up. Oh, sweet.
I just want to say hey to Karen. Thank you for saying hi. I love you. It's so great to see you, sunshine. Mwah. Thanks for popping in. I love you all.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to start off with something that I know is kind of weird, but we're going to start off with when I first started, I used to call this a wind sway, but I don't really know if I like that name that much. But If your family doesn't already think you're a freak, they're about to really think you're a freak. But we're going to start off with a silent breath sway. And the way you do one is you move and sway, and you listen to yourself breathe. And you can imagine you have super hearing, or you can breathe loudly like you're deaf. Audible breath in. I like to close my eyes to help get me in the mood of falling in. Audible breath in. If you're swaying and no one is touching you right now, then this is how you were born. Audible breath in. Alone. Audible breath in. And every partnership that we have is based off the rhythm of us as individuals. From that alone state emerges our partner self. Audible breath in. I've been guilty of losing that feeling of my happy aloneness. Audible breath in. And when I get into a relationship, my partner can ask, "Where'd you go?" Audible breath in. 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 Open, open, open. I invite you to breathe into your oneness. And by that I mean your single unitness. The sum of all the parts. You're breathing into your hands, you're breathing into your memories. Audible breath in. I invite you to think of this feeling of your oneness as home. As a warm home. Audible breath in. You invite who comes into that home. Audible breath in. All right. All right. So our first exercise tonight. Andy, you have anything you want to share before I move into the exercise? Or are you good?
Just I like the chimes for opening because it makes me feel really centered. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, sweet, Amanda. I'm glad to hear that. I like y'all are part of my. We're helping each other stay on track with our our self-care journeys. Okay, sweet, Jackie. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Well, yeah. Shout out self-love, the only love.
Okay. Kind of not sure where I want to go here. Oh. Actually, yeah, I do know where I want to go. Okay, I'm digging this sort of slow start. I don't know if we're going to play this whole song, but we'll do this sort of slowish start.
All right.
And again, you don't have to do any of these exercises. The way this class works is I'll give you a technique. You can do it or not do it to the song, but the idea, if you don't do what I'm suggesting, totally fine, but the idea is that then you'll do some other technique for the whole song. I really encourage you to stay focused and try to do the same technique. Now that technique can move around, it's not cheating if you do something else, but the idea of these techniques is to have this long, deep like this like rainy, like when it's raining at a coffee shop, you've met a friend and the conversation just goes on because you're waiting for it to stop raining. That's the kind of where we're going with this type of class tonight, is to have those sort of deep, long So our first exercise tonight, I invite you to try, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, the theme, but is very simply, it's 2 bird, 2 tree, with a slower pace. If you're new to class, 2 bird means that for the exercise, I'm going to try to keep awareness in my hands. I'm going to try to know that my hands are moving and maybe even know what they're doing, but the lights are on in each hand. The 2 tree part means that I'm going to try to shift my weight, or at least be conscious of my weight between my 2 trees. Almost inevitably, you wind up doing what Anne's doing over there, where you wind up balancing. Because when you bring your awareness to your weight shifting in your legs, you wake them up. And you realize that you're much more nimble, you're much more balanced than you might think. What wasn't there was awareness. Audible breath in. I sometimes like to move this way in what I call an open samurai grip, where I've rolled one finger around the hoop, just keeping it sort of creating a hinge for me. Audible breath in. I know that for some people it can be very uncomfortable to be out of a partnership. And I say this with love in my heart. If you're newly single or just finding your way into it, that in some ways being single is almost like going to grad school for yourself. It might be like grad school, an expensive and maybe unusable degree. Audible breath in. Some people, they can be in a relationship and know themselves and feel that they are one of 2 parts in a relationship. And for some people, they get in the trap of their partner's dreams or their partner's goals or their partner's struggles taking the priority. Audible breath in. I learned in my single grad school that I like hooping. I really like the version of people that comes out when they are newly enrolled in single grad school. They have all this energy, they take all these classes, they get in really good shape. Audible breath in. Since you guys like the song, we'll let it play a little bit long. It's a long song, but we'll let it go just another minute or so. Two bird, two tree. If both hands are moving, if both feet are aware, you're doing it right. Okay, thanks, Anne. All right. Okay. There I am. Okay. Got my. I'm gonna get off of this stuff. I promise.
No rush.
It's all a part of
No
my
rush.
grand plan. Today is day 28 for me.
We're all in our process.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Do you have any thoughts, questions, or anything you want to add or say?
Love balancing. I love balancing in two bird, two tree, going slow. Really, just extending balances.
Balancing you.
Balancing on my feet. I mean, not necessarily sometimes balancing the hoop, but I wasn't doing that this time. Just balancing from foot to foot and kind of extending that. I really appreciate that about the slow.
Okay. All right, so our next exercise. Okay, I'm feeling a little kind of funky type warrior type exercises. So I want to keep the exercises kind of broad, but we're going to change the pace just a little bit. But I want to take on a little bit more. And when I say warrior, I want to make sure that, because we had a breakthrough with point where some of you went deeper into point, and some of you understood it a little bit better. So if maybe this is a case with warrior. Warrior doesn't mean that you need to act like an actual warrior. I mean, you're invited to do that, but that's not what makes warrior warrior. What makes warrior warrior is the way that you do it. And the way you do it at first, and hopefully it becomes like an organic flow, but is to recruit the whole body into whatever you're doing. So like if I'm holding the hoop, like let's say the teacher told me, he said, hold your hoop. I would hold my hoop, and then he would say, use your legs. I would use my legs, and he'd say, use both hands, and I would use both hands. And so I build this like more perfect form by my own creativity, right? And that is what I'm doing. And then when I'm moving in warrior, whatever it is, however it is, I'm trying to keep that same energy with, moving both hands and just sort of thinking like if a picture was taken of me at any point, hopefully it would look cool. So I'll show you it's a little bit easier to play with. Now, the way that we get momentum in warrior, now Anne's doing more like drills, which is totally fine and cool and whatever. But the way you can get momentum in angle, if you like it but you don't know really how to get started, is you turn. Oh, this is not the song I thought it was. No, this is the song I want. Okay. Is turning. You imagine that you're surrounded or whatever, and you're turning constantly to kind of, make sure that no one is, sneaking up on you. No one's about to, get into your space. And just by turning, I'm getting momentum on the hoop. I love this track. Warrior is isolations in Warrior are really fun, especially if you got a big hoop. But isolations in Warrior can be really fun. fold like crazy in Warrior, but you know, like for me, like tonight, I'm just digging this like super simple fold where I'm just folding around. And then because I'm working on this like the whole song, I could spend like part of my Warrior flow just drilling a technique like, just drilling a technique like that. Love that. See, this is better than watching TV. This has got to be better than watching TV. I know it has. I mean, if you're hooping.
He didn't mean that we were better than TV.
Yeah, no. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know if we stack up as a TV show. All right, sweet. I love that track, but it goes on for a long time. Yeah.
I do want to say something about the hops. You know, just the samurai or just grip point. Hopping is a really great way to start off into a Warrior flow, I think, or it really kind of gets me into the mindset and the movement kind of frame. Hopping, consecutive hopping.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to do one more off body and then get on the core? Or what do you think? All right, let's do one more off body and then we'll get on the core. Okay. Okay. For this next exercise, you are invited if you want to do some rolling. I'm not sure if it was Lauren or someone else who, maybe it was somebody on replay, I think it was live, asked about, we were talking about tosses at the end of the night, and somebody was asking, like, I said that I had learned to do them in low ceilings and stuff like that, and they said, could we talk about that? And I would just say that one of the easiest tosses to do that doesn't really go, or not, it's not easy, but one of the tosses, oh, nice. Yeah, so one of those sort of low types of tosses that you can do is a sort of isolation-y type toss, and we've been talking about these like for a while, but when you go to make the toss, you can just roll your hoop. Your hand will kind of roll across the top, the northern, my hair looks goofy. You'll roll across the northern arc, and then you'll sort of let that spin go. Let's see, am I doing this right? Yeah, there we go. Well, this is what we were doing the other day. But I don't even have to get that isolation-y about it, right? Like, I'm not really even isolating right now, but I've got a nice, gentle boom. And the main thing is to release your hoop and then to merge. I know this is going to sound kind of hippie, but release the hoop and then merge back with it. Release it and then merge back with it. Or whatever word, you can sort of understand, to ease back into the hoop. I'm also, because I'm trying to do low tosses, my hand is down here. I'm not releasing it way up here. There's really doesn't need to be a lot of upward motion anyway, but my hand's pretty low. I've got a 38, so I can't get too low or my hoop will start to hit, which is cool. That can be cool, but all right, so I'm going to put some music on so you don't run out of. So basically, vertical rolling is what we're going to be trying to do here. Okay, so more on the tosses, maybe a little bit. This song, but I like it. One thing I think really, one thing that I really think helps with low tosses is using your whole body. So I'm actually raising and lowering, so is Anne with every catch. And they don't have to be synced, necessarily. Don't think too much about that. But I'm raising and lowering. And then when I'm going back in, my hoop is traveling to the right now. And when I'm going in, I'm catching the hoop on the bottom left corner. If it's going to the right, it would be the opposite. If it's going to the left, it would be the right corner. But I'm catching it on that corner. And by hitting it in that corner, I keep the hoop nice and smooth. Yep.
Something to just say to add to this touch quality of like releasing and coming back to the hoop. You can try to put it to sleep between these rotations, and that was something that we used to do a lot with backs. And the putting it to sleep can help you find those points where you can release and go back in, and it's basically 7 o'clock and 4 o'clock, depending on which current you're in. You're either entering at 7 and leaving at 4, or entering at 4 and leaving at 7. Yeah. Right. So that's a useful framework.
I think we'll get. Okay. Yeah, throw a weave in there for sure. Okay. If you're like me and you've been hooping along with me and Anne, the reason I haven't brought up being single recently in the last two songs is because I wanted us to start to get to maybe the feeling that some of you are feeling right now, which is just the feeling of sort of security that you feel when you move your body. That like it's a feeling of security, like not even like you just sort of like right now, I don't feel like I'm lacking confidence right now. Like maybe I could dream up something, but right now my body just sort of feels relaxed, like a confident person would feel, right? Like I feel at peace. And so, I think with the warrior techniques or core or whatever it is that gets the heart moving, right? It gets the heart moving. Not to sound totally hippie, but like getting into this activated state is just good for you, and it brings about, maybe it doesn't change the world around you at all, but it changes the world inside of you a lot, at least the way you look at it. Okay. All right, let's get core hooping here. Well, what do you think? Should we go core? I'm ready to go core. What do you think?
Note, I'm getting my bigger hoop for core hooping.
Yeah, just like that Sinead song. Oh my God, I went through a huge Sinead thing recently.
Oh yeah, Bax loves all the singer-songwriters.
I really do. Sinead is just, she's got a place. Okay, this is one I don't know. Have we heard that one too much? Yeah, all right. We'll just jump straight in. Let's just jump straight in. Audible breath in. Now, of course, you can do anything you want to. I'm going to be very specific with my exercise, my personal one for me, and I'm only going to waist hoop. And I'm going to play with rooting and leaning forward and things like that. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm going to do waist hooping and only waist hooping. Because I love it. And it's Valentine's Day. And I get to hoop any way I want to. But I do enjoy this technique. But find your core technique, whatever that is.
But I don't care, I'm still gonna do me. 'Cause I'm keeping it real, baby.
Right.
Keeping it real. It's time to say how I feel, baby. Time to say how I feel. Tired about giving up. Got me feeling so down on the luck, baby. I don't know which way is up. Frustrated, I'm feeling confused. Don't know which road that I'm gonna choose. Gotta lift my head up and keep going, baby. I am the one to
Keep your breath with you. Right.
Can't promise a transformation, but I know you've got me, baby.
I invite you to breathe back into that oneness, your single unit you, the undivisible part. You to breathe into the satisfaction that you right now are investing in your future, and you are investing in a situation that has compounding interest. There are no guarantees, but there are ways to avoid falling into pitfalls. Audible breath in. You are very much your dominant side of your body, but you're also very much your non-dominant side of your body. Audible breath in. You are the things you're good at. You are the things you want to work on. It's all one thing. Audible breath in. And that one thing is moving the hoop around your waist right now. All those embarrassing moments from the past, they're moving the hoop around your waist right now. All those happy moments, they're moving the hoop around your waist right now. Audible breath in. Reverse. All right, so I think for our next song, this might not be for everybody, especially if you're a beginning hooper, but I really like just to do a shoulders only track. And if you want to use my big hoop, you can, or if that is your big, I think that is your big hoop. Okay, cool. But we're going to do a shoulder only track. And do you have anything to say? I think we'll just jump straight in. Okay. Shoulders only, if you want. I think this song has a slow build. Now, I don't think you have to be too much of a hippie to make the connection between love and the heart. in the heart center. And when you finally get to where you can control your shoulder hooping, it can be a very opening experience to move the center, this thing that we protect all the time, to let it be the primary mover. Let your arms ripple off of that heart cage movement. Everybody is different. For some people, connecting their heart center to the rhythm of the hoop is more helpful than connecting their shoulders to the rhythm of the hoop. Sometimes that change of awareness, that mental trick, and then once you get some flight time with shoulders, you can, hopefully you can hear me okay. Hey, Rachel. But once you get pretty good, you can go through the phases, that spectrum of singleness. You know, this can be, yeah, like this is the don't fuck with me. This is beyond don't fuck with me. This is the get away from me. The paddles. This is the, you know, I'm in my second semester of single grad school. I've learned some things. I'm a little more open.
Turn around, just turn around.
This is wide open, receiving. That song was so loud. I mean long. So long and loud.
Just wanted to repeat the old saw that to get space in your inside when your shoulders while shoulder hooping, take bigger steps.
What's that? So
Just to get more space inside your hoop while shoulder hooping, take bigger steps.
Okay.
As you're turning.
Yeah, you don't have to be single to watch. I think maybe I gave you the wrong impression, Rachel. I just see what you're saying.
You're safe, Rachel.
Yeah. Okay, actually, I don't know if I want to hear that one, actually. Maybe I want to go back and... What do you think? Okay. All right. Oh yeah, it's free hoop time, so we'll bring it down. We've had a good class. Let's bring it down. Yeah. Free hoop. Thank you guys for joining us. I didn't realize it was already 5 till. Sweet. So we'll just free hoop from here. Thank you guys. We will be having class Saturday. No, Rachel, this is a free skate. This is free skate. You can tell. Yeah.
Pour on me more, honey, turn off your set. Worry me horribly, culture digress. Normally you're not aware of this herbally purging your mind every hit, but I'm morbidly watched it go down with the shit. Turned it around like a 360 flip, giving thanks for the water every drop that I sip. Rhymes that I rip, mine can't be sipped. Tryna keep us dumb, keep us down, but I'm hip. Hop like to it, I'ma do it from a click. Running out the mouth like I'm fluid in the lips. One in the clip, playing Russian roulette. Yeah, roll the dice, cause I'm nice with the
Nice, Jackie. I love it when that happens.
Punch that, do the work, hit myself. Then when I'm done, I can love someone else. Somebody own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Keep the waistline.
Thank you, Sarah.
I ain't tryna rush it, let the bass drop in. Oh, so I feel it when our paths cross Coptic. Resurrecting like I assistant, I set. I spit my mind, shouldn't get you upset. I'm down for mine, I'm alive, no undead. Brrrah, go upside your head. Free as I'm gonna beat, fuck Simon says. My spirit flash and go hard, diamond-esque. My heroes never lived long.
You're welcome, Josie. Thank you.
Fire burn bright, the heat of
Thank you, everybody that's chimed in.
Show you where my purpose at. Push through the pain, I don't pop Percocet. Kush be hydrated like it's on the dean's list. My love is sweet.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Shayna.
High on that deep, like we peace out to VDay. Somebody own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Pour body own me formally. Pour on me more, honey, turn up and say. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, let's do one Fade to Green song here. There we go.
These were a great class and a great gathering.
Yeah, you're
A
welcome.
memorable way to spend the holiday. Let's do it every year.
You called it a holiday. Listen to you.